here is a little bit about the tuples. Syntactically speaking, tuples are different only in one way. They are in parentheses instead of brackets. And you can use index with them, index method with them. You can find the length of a tuple, min and max. You can slice them and use in, plus, and basically repetition operator. I will show it in a moment. However, what you cannot do, you cannot append, remove, insert, reverse, and sort. So once it's created, it cannot be, the inside of it cannot be changed. It can be deleted altogether. So let me just start idle, fresh idle here. Don't mind this little program yet. Here we are. So tuple T will consist of 1 and 2. Tuples are faster to create and faster to work with. I can find the length of this tuple. And I can add a tuple. My tuple S will be T plus 2, 3. Let's see the result. So you can create a new tuple by adding two tuples together, which is in fact concatenation. And if I'm going to take T, again, the same tuple consisting of 1 and 2, and repeat it 3 times, I get a longer tuple with 1, 2 repeated 3 times. So use tuples when you don't plan to change entries, and that will work a little faster. That's all I'm going to say about tuples. Maybe we should look back at the video, at the slide about advantages and disadvantages. Maybe I forgot something. So faster than lists, safe in a way that you are not in danger of accidentally changing something in a tuple, and some operations in Python require tuple. You can convert list to tuple by feeding a list in, you can convert tuple to a list by feeding a tuple inside the list function, and the other way around with the tuple function. And finally, matplotlib is a basic graphing package. You can create charts and bars, bar charts and pie charts, and so on. You might have to install it first, and this is how you open the command prompt window and you type up this, just in case you don't know what is command prompt window. There it is. So it looks like this, and that's where I already did that, so I'm not going to do it again. And this should install it for Windows. If you sometimes have some issues with path, you can take care of it. And if there is an exception related to paths, you can Google it real quick, and it will tell you what to do. You can import matplotlib, write that in idle, and see if it actually worked okay. And from matplotlib, we will use pyplot. So instead of importing the whole matplotlib, you can do this and then abbreviate pyplot as plt, so that you have to type less in your code. And this is for creating some kind of programs with some kind of plots with values. You can have x coordinates and y coordinates, actual values of the function, and then you can call plt, that is matplotlib pyplot, and dot plot coordinates, feed coordinates, then show, and this is the most basic plot. You can look down, and for the sake of the quiz, you might need something about this, like plt.title and plt x label y label. How they work overall is you describe the uh, graph, and then you do plt show. And xticks is how you label your x values, not just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can label them as years, and this is in money, I suppose, in millions of dollars. And you can have a more informative or easier to read graph that way. And you can make bar charts, you can make pie chart, and I guess that is it. So in the rest of the class last semester, I did not do anything with this uh, matplotlib package. In my work, I rarely used it. For the most part, you use something like Seaborn on top of it. But plenty of things are actually written on top of the matplotlib package. I did prepare a little piece of code here, so um, I copied the values from that chart, and then I changed some things around. I added a marker. This will create triangles, and you find these things out by reading the documentation or help on plot. So you can just Google matplotlib, matplotlib plot, and you will see what kind of markers are possible and all. Okay, let me just run it once, and it sometimes takes a while, so don't panic. And here we go. So every point is denoted as triangle. That was that v parameter that I use, the marker equals v. And other than that, there are some custom markings for the x values, for the y values, and the name of the graph. So that is a nice little package for creating graphs. And that is it with this chapter. I will stop here.